All right, Steve here, and today we're talking about the one thing that can make or break you in Forex. Time. Not just any time, but the right time. We're going to get into the real clockwork of this market.
So look, right now as I'm talking to you, it's early Tuesday morning, March 3rd. And yeah, the market's humming. But what part of the market is humming? Does it actually matter? Oh, you better believe it does. It matters more than almost anything else.
Okay, so you've heard the big pitch, right? Everybody says it. The Forex market is open 24/5, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Sounds great. The market that never sleeps. It's a really powerful idea for sure.
But let me tell you the real deal. That whole 24/5 thing, it's probably the biggest trap out there for new traders. Seriously, just because you can place a trade at 2 a.m. on a Wednesday, does that mean you should? No way. Trying to trade when the market is dead quiet, that's not being a smart trader. That's just asking to get chopped to pieces by high spreads and moves that go nowhere.
So, how do you avoid that trap? Simple. You gotta understand the rhythm of the market. See, that 24-hour day isn't just one long, flat line. It's broken up into 4 very different sessions, and each one has its own personality, its own speed, and its own unique set of opportunities.
All right, let's lay them out. We're going to time everything to Eastern Standard, just to keep it simple. First up, Sydney kicks things off, then Tokyo joins the party, and then the big guns come out to play. London opens up, and finally, New York closes out the main event. It's kind of like a global relay race, you know? Each major city passes the trading baton to the next one.
So, Sydney, this is the official start of the trading week. It's also, well, it's the quietest session, by far. It's a good time to sit back and see how the market is digesting any weekend news, but let's be real. If you're an active day trader, this session is probably way too slow for you. Not much action here.
Okay, next up is the Tokyo session, or what a lot of us call the Asian session. Things start to liven up a bit here, especially if you're trading anything with the Japanese yen. The key thing to know about Tokyo is that it's often range-bound. What's that mean? It means the price likes to bounce around between a clear top and a clear bottom, like a ball in a box. You don't usually see those huge, explosive breakout moves.
And then come the Titans, the 2 sessions that really matter. First, you have London. This is the king, no question. It's the biggest Forex hub on the planet, and it's where the big trends for the day usually kick off. And then you have New York, the finish line. This is where the US dollar really steps into the spotlight and brings a ton of its own volume to the table.
And just to give you an idea of London's power, get this. The London session alone accounts for about 35% of all global Forex volume. Think about that. When London opens its doors for business, that's when the real party starts. That's when the trading day truly begins.
Okay, so knowing the sessions is great, but that's only half the story. The real secret weapon, the thing that separates the pros from the amateurs, isn't trading in a session. It's trading when they overlap.
A market overlap. It's pretty much what it sounds like. It's that magic window of time when 2 of these major sessions are open at the exact same time. And let me tell you, this is when liquidity and volatility, which is just a fancy way of saying bigger and faster price moves, go through the roof.
And that brings us to the most important overlap of them all, the big one. Check this out. London is still going strong when New York traders are getting to their desks at 8 a.m. Eastern. So for 4 solid hours, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., you have the 2 biggest financial centers on Earth going head-to-head. My friends, this is prime time.
I mean, just let that sink in. They say that over half of the world's money is moving during those 4 hours. You've got all the big banks in London and New York fully staffed, hitting the buttons. This is when all the major economic news drops. This is what drives the market.
So what's in it for you? It's simple. 3 huge things. First, this is when the big boys are playing. The major banks, the hedge funds, they're all in the game. Second, because there's so much volume, your trading costs, your spreads, get super tight. They're the lowest they'll be all day. And third, the moves you see during this time, they tend to be the most reliable, the realest.
All right, so now you know the best time to trade, objectively. But is it the best time for you? That's a different question. Now we got to figure out how this fits into your life. It's time to find your lane.
Yeah, I always use this highway analogy. Think of that London-New York overlap as the fast lane, right? It's for speed, for big, decisive moves. But the Asian session? That's more like the cruising lane. It's a bit slower, more chill, but sometimes a lot more predictable. The key is, you got to pick the lane that matches your own schedule and your own trading style.
Let's break this down. Let's say you have a 9-to-5 job in the States. Well, guess what? The Tokyo session is happening right in your evening. Perfect for trading JPY pairs with those predictable range-bound moves. Or maybe you're an early bird. You love getting up before the sun? Man, the London Open at 3 a.m. Eastern is your jam. That's where you'll catch the big trends on the euro and the pound. And of course, if you're all about trading U.S. economic news, then the New York session is where you need to be.
Okay, before we finish up, I've got one more thing for you. And this is a big one. It's a pro tip, but really, it's a warning. We need to talk about the single most dangerous time of the week if you're not prepared, and that's the Sunday Open.
Look, when the market kicks off on Sunday evening, it's a whole different animal. First off, the liquidity is paper thin. There's just nobody trading yet. Second, you have to watch out for price gaps. Any big news over the weekend can cause the price to literally jump from one level to another at the open. And third, those spreads, your trading fees, they can be 3, 4, even 5 times higher than usual. It is an absolute recipe for disaster.
I'm serious about this. Don't be that guy. Don't be the one who gets their stop loss hit in the first 5 minutes of the trading week just because you couldn't wait. Let the market breathe. Let the volume come in. You have to respect the Sunday Open.
So, let's wrap this all up. What are the big takeaways? Number 1, ditch the 24/5 myth. Trade when the market is actually active. Number 2, the London-New York overlap, 8 a.m. to noon Eastern. That's your golden window. Number 3, match the market schedule to your life, not the other way around. And last but not least, always, and I mean always, respect that Sunday Open.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Are you trading with the market's natural rhythm, or are you just fighting the clock? Your job is to align with that flow, find your perfect window of opportunity, and then have the discipline to step away when it's over. Work with the clock, not against it. I'll see you at the open.